Harry's wife. South Park. Winning the culture war. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor, continuing to educate you about narcissism using a variety of examples, and in particular Harry's wife, because of the prominence of the material that exists in relation to her. The mauling that Harry and Harry's wife received courtesy of South Park continues to rumble on, and continues to present a problem for Harry's wife. Each time it is referred to, it amounts to a threat to her control, and underpins the fact that she's not able to deal with it by way of a sense of humour, but instead she has to try and nullify that. It's also a more fundamental problem because, to my mind, it represents that they've finally crossed that threshold whereby the level of piss-taking that has taken place in relation to this television programme and the commentary thereafter shows that they've gone beyond the point of no return, that they are never going to get back to the position that they once enjoyed. It also demonstrates just how many people regard them as idiotic, and that they comment about a dumb prince and his stupid wife essentially resonates with individuals. It will also have come as something of a shock to Harry's wife to realise that there's that level of dislike about her. Sure, she's heard the occasional boo, she has seen the adverse press coverage, which of course she just utilises as by way of a pity play, and then slams those people by suggesting that they are haters and racists. But this has landed a considerable body blow towards Harry's wife. The fact that a major programme has ridiculed them, and the fact that so many people have not only enjoyed it, but have thereafter said it's entirely accurate because it shows them to be what we see them as. Although Harry's wife won't accept that because her narcissism will not allow her to do it, the very fact that so many people are saying it will amount as a shock to her. She seriously thought that most people in the world believed that she's wonderful, amazing, kind, empathic, and it really is a wake-up call for her to realise the level of ridicule that people have for her, the level of contempt that exists towards her. She cannot accept that this is the case. She doesn't realise this. Given the fact that so many people identified with what was stated in this programme, could they therefore be right about me? Her narcissism will never allow her to do so. I've explained to you in the past that a simple test which helps you understand the mentality of the narcissist would be, for instance, to draw a line down a piece of paper and on the left-hand side put all the people that you've fallen out with in your life, which will probably just be, serious falling out with, will probably just be the name of the narcissist and maybe some other ones if you've had involvement with more than one. And then on the right-hand column, you write down all the people that you know that the narcissist had a serious falling out with. And it'd include your name and that person's ex-wife and ex-boyfriends or girlfriends, possibly their children, their parents, their siblings, their neighbours, some colleagues, some former friends, a police officer, the teacher, the ice cream man, and so on and so forth. And there'll be a long list. And if you were to place that before the relevant narcissist and say, look, see, I've only fallen out with one, maybe two people in my life in a serious fashion, yet you've fallen out with 50, what does that tell you? Now, to anybody else who's not a narcissist, they would say, well, it suggests that that person's the problem, isn't it? Because they have habitually difficult relationships. However, the narcissist will not accept that. The lesser narcissist will just say, well, they're all arseholes, and dismiss it. The mid-range narcissist will go through each individual and explain to you, I've always had a difficult relationship with my mother, my brother, he's just always had it in for me, that teacher at school didn't know what she's talking about, that police officer was corrupt and he was just looking to take his bad day out on me. And they will go through each and every name on that list and point out why the other person is the problem and not them. A greater narcissist will recognise what you're stating, but of course, using charm and deflection will avoid any accountability. The fact is, Harry's wife is being shown that very long list now of all the people that think she's a clown, an idiot, and dislikable, yet she will not be able to accept that the totality of that list means that she's the problem. Her narcissism will still continue to defend her. South Park, therefore, has caused a massive problem for her in causing her to realise the scope and extent of those that don't like her. She won't accept the validity of it, but she has been shown how widespread it is, and that amounts to a massive threat to control. And it carries on. In Red State, an article by Brandon Morse is titled "South Park Strike on Harry and Harry's Wife Gets Better." Last week, South Park released yet another episode that will go down in history as one of its all-time greatest. The Worldwide Privacy Tour episode featured Matt Stone and Trey Parker's classic meta-commentary, this time centering around Prince Harry and his wife, Harry's wife. The episode spoofs the couple as Canadian royalty who just want their privacy, while making sure everyone sees and hears them at all times. Hypocrisy, including South Park mainstay character Cal Broflovsky, who is constantly harassed by the couple into paying attention to them. According to the New York Post, the episode is actually having an effect on the real-life couple's popularity. According to recent polling, Harry and Harry's wife's popularity has taken a dive thanks to South Park. See parts passing and also future part in relation to the fact that they're now less popular than Andrew. It's one thing, the article continues, to lose popularity over having your ridiculousness highlighted through satire. It's another to watch your fame diminish so greatly that you become even less popular than a friend of Epstein. And, of course, that is demonstrative of the low level to which they've plummeted. While South Park deserves the credit for highlighting Harry and Harry's wife for who they really were, the only people to really blame for such a decrease in popularity is Harry and Harry's wife. The couple has been making fools of themselves ever since Harry's wife arrived on the scene and began creating unnecessary division between family members. Making a living off insulting and naysaying people's own families is never a good look, but of course, driven by her victim mentality, it's something that she will do regularly and repeatedly. She can't help it, in effect. Her narcissism causes her to react in that way. And the hypocrisy that continues to rise to the surface doesn't help either. That said, this only proves the importance of South Park. The show is often blatantly gross in presentation, but incredibly intelligent in its message. The tanking popularity of Harry and Harry's wife shows that the show is an effective communicator that can get points and perspectives across that regular commentary just can't. If you want to know how to win a culture war, Stone and Parker are giving us lessons on how. And of course, that effective communication is predicated on tapping into what most sensible, reasonable people are able to see about Harry's wife. That she's entitled, that she never accepts responsibility or accountability for her actions, that she repeatedly engages in victimhood, that she's manipulative, that she has no emotional empathy, i.e. she has all hallmarks that demonstrate her narcissism. South Park has really highlighted her behaviours and that of Harry, and has caused so many people to sit there and not only laugh at them, but also to recognise it's true. This is what we've all been saying, and now it's been elevated onto a greater platform with so much worldwide watching of the episode, but moreover, the coverage that comes with it. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.